welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for Najee Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's. Going to run the toss here to Harris. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's complete to Williams. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow, open man. That's the tight end flyer move.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go. 180.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. We're scoreless after 1. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Rolling to his right. Open man right side is Tony. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room.
Now Harris. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 38, Burrow flushed out right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 20. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there just before halftime.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
On first down, Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Options galore here, second and a few inches. This is Harris. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg. Steps away. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Barkley a 1st down and more. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 30. 103 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means
usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to conquer 3.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete to Tony. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the tide definitely seems to be... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video turn? Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 121 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Another try for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Burrow. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow flush to his right. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Burrow. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 180. Eyes high.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He finds his target, Ebron. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now it's Barkley, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Throwing, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter, it's the Bengals that have moved back in front now in a seesaw affair. Joe Mixon, pretty much unstoppable. 4 touchdown runs to lead the way. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a give to Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and 1 from the 2. Again, it's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think